Hello, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to some more Supercar Collector Simulator. Oh, so many words. So I've taken a couple of days, made some more money. We'll go ahead and start a new day here. I've been basically rolling through, buying as much of these things as I can. Looks like I need, uh, looks like those are all going okay. A little short up there. Let me get a few more of those up there. Go ahead and get those kind of put up there. Oh, well, you saw that guy too. And then basically what I do is wait till the end of the day. I'll open a bunch of boxes. It seems like the boxes to open are uh, the 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 original ones, just the regular cars. They seem to be a little bit cheaper. I seem to be getting a little bit more pulls from them. Now that being said, this thing over here, I've pretty much given up on it. Um, it's still $25 a piece. The cars in it are still kind of meh. So I don't know if I'm really worried about trying to get those anymore. Now, what I want to end up doing here is I will open this another thing, and then I want to get some more licenses. So I want to open. So that's 5,000. That one's $10,000. And that's the problem is like we're gonna pay $5,000 to open this. We'll do that here in a minute, because we'll have that. Go ahead and pay my rent. But the I don't know if once you start getting a higher level things, if it's really worth it. But we're just kind of keep doing that. Get some blue ones there. Make sure all this, and they're complaining about things being too high again. Those aren't high enough. Um, it's been a few days since I've done these where I've gone through and marked them. These are all too low. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, these are all way too low. Oh, that one was too high. Do, 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 do. Get all these kind of fixed. All right. Now they can buy all that stuff out. All right, see, let's get these. Put those back on there. Put those on there. Let's put those up there. Let's sell that. We got some cars that are missing. So we've gotten a few extra cars here. So we got sell two of those. That should be a nice little boost. Let's see. Get those guys in. Get get a few cars. So the only problem really is opening these things. It takes so long to open the boxes. I literally just spent an hour opening like 10 of them. They take a long time to be able to get those open. Um, so there's as I putting a lot of time into the game. It's starting to some of the cracks are starting to show, as they do when you put a lot of time into any game. Some of the cracks kind of show through. So really, the way to make money is to open a bunch of packs. But if I open 10 or 12 packs, it literally takes me like an hour to open it, like just clicking as fast as I can. So I'm just watching YouTube or Netflix or something like that, and then just basically opening packs as fast as I can. Um, and then just trying to get on with it. Uh, so it turns into almost more of a chore than fun at that point because I'm just opening the same packs over and over and over again. Uh, it almost needs to have a machine that just opens or something that I can just drop 10 boxes into and then they just pop out or something. Because it slows the gameplay down. And I'm able to literally in the amount of time that it took me to like almost sell every good car I can out of it. And I think yesterday I was at like 10 grand or something. Um, eight or no, actually after I restocked everything, I was like at 5 or 6. And then so I still have a bunch of good cars on the shelf. Yeah, so they already bought all the high end like expensive ones that I had out here. They're basically just buying them as fast as I can put them on the shelves. Nope, I don't want that one. Let's see. Trying to keep one of each of them. So yeah, so I've got a massive line. So as you can see over time, like you're slowly moving up and you're slowly getting higher and higher values. And then I literally go through the entire night and then try to get all the stuff back up here. And then I spend more time trying to keep the store stocked and trying to keep uh, stuff on the shelves for them to buy. It needs a storeroom. I need a stocker. Um, because those will both make the game a little bit less tedious. All right, so it looks like we need orange ones still. All right, so I need a set of orange ones. Other products, orange. We need both of the blues for cards. Let's see. So we'll go here, here. You know what? We'll just order all the cards. That's fine. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and buy this guy, and then we'll go ahead and do the supercar guys. Unlock those two, and then I need all the racetracks except for that one. Other products. Actually, I don't need the racetracks. I have the racetracks. I just didn't put them out yet. All right, so we got 6,000 in there. So we have all those guys going in. Now I do need another. Let's see. Let me do that. Let me go wholesaler. Let me go furniture. Get this guy. Get us another cabinet here. Put you there. Pick all these guys up. Give me those. Give me those two. All right, so those can all go away. Those can all be moved over there. Get this guy. All right, we'll do that. So then what we'll do is we'll take the supercars here. Do that. Then we're going to go back to market price. We'll get those a good old 10% too. Let's get these guys up here. No, that was for here. Okay. And that. All these put back on the shelf. And that's really all I'm doing is I'm just running back and forth trying to get as much as we can. Um, Now I could probably get a lot more stock on the shelves and work at getting uh just more shelves and stuff like that. But for the most part, I have most of the stuff that I need kind of here. Let's see, blues over here. Get those guys put back on there. Get those guys put back on there. Get that, get them cleaned out. That one. And then what I've been doing is whenever I have an extra one, I open them. But like I said, it just even then every time you open a new box, it pulls your cursor up to the center. It pulls there's small little things that it does where it kind of slows you down. And then having to like it would almost be better to have like a button I can press or hold down. And there may be. Let's see. Space doesn't work. R doesn't work. Shift, control, none of those work. So it's the a lot of this game is just opening these packs, and that in and of itself could cause a bunch of time. And as you can see, just these two little guys here, we've only opened two of the 8 boxes, and it's slow. Oh no, I hit the S to turn off the speed up thing. No, I want to speed up. I want to speed up. There, go away. And the speed up doesn't really help a lot. It takes a little bit out, but yeah. So you see, like my mouse got just a hair off the turn all. And it starts independently opening them. It just right. I sound like I'm complaining, but I'm having fun with the game, to be honest. All right, so let me go ahead and get these guys on the shelf, and then once I get them on the shelf, we're gonna open some of the bigger boxes. Let's see, get these guys thrown on here. Let me make sure I don't have anything else. Wholesaler, other products. Yeah, so that one's still there. No more skill cards yet. Card boxes. We need 10 grand for that, and then we can probably get that soon. Other products, furnitures. Uh, See the car displayer, more displays. The car stand. So that one's kind of cool, but $1,800 for that just to make it look cool. Like that's a lot of money for a stand. Just to make it look cool, right? It's not the one I wanted up there. That one out of there. So as you can see, like so my tracks are kind of restocked now. I've got everything back on the shelves. I'm still missing skill cards, so I need those skill cards. So we'll get one of those. Other products will get us some tires, right? So we'll get those guys coming in. We'll get those guys thrown on the shelf. So that way those are all filled up. But yeah, so some of the other games that we've played have had the stalkers, and I think this game definitely needs that. I need to have somebody that can come put this stuff on the shelves for me. And then some way to open these boxes faster. So now this is, we're gonna go ahead and open that guy. We'll go in here. We have, oh, that's not what I want to do. Card boxes, one of those. Now these are, I can get three of those boxes, right? So I can get three of those boxes, or I can get like eight of the first ones. And it the rate at which it goes up, that you're uh almost penalized for going up. Almost, right? Like obviously here you know they're a little bit more, so you're about another $40 a box for the big guys, right? And there's eight of those in there, so eight times that's $3,200, right? No, $320. Yeah, 40 times eight is $320, right? So then if I go in here and then, but you're looking here, you're at 970. Here you're at 1258. Like that, the price numbers don't really work that well. The only reason to really open these is to kind of see what's in them, right? So that way we can start getting the supercars out and stuff like that. So as the game goes up, you start running into this problem where like I need to be able to pull these cars. I need to be able to get them. But the real reason to open them and to continue to open them is just to complete my collection, just so that I have my cars, right? Um, and then trying to figure out if I can get enough cars to be able to complete my collection. That was kind of funny. Um, but and then it seems like when you first start, also the more packs you open of a certain kind in a row, the better it seems. Like I opened like eight of the lower end ones in a row, and towards the end, it seemed like I was getting a lot of really high end cars out of it. And when I'm opening the higher end packs, I'm not getting them. And then we can look and see. We can look at the prices of the cars themselves. So there's got to be a ramp up, right? So if it cost, and we talked about this in the last episode, um, but there's got to be a, a a ramp, right? So there's got to be a reason for me to move into the more expensive cars and buy the more expensive packs and put more money on black than moving forward. Because if risk doesn't the risk versus reward isn't fair, then there's no reason for me to roll the big dice, right? I might as well just keep rolling the little dice. If the reward's going to be the same for me rolling the little dice, I it's better off for me to roll the little dice because um, I get more chances when I roll the little dice to get that reward. So when the risk can't be as much when I put this much money into it, and the reward needs to be better when I put this much money into it, and that's why the vending machine across the road, it's counterproductive, right? The only reason to do that literally is if you have more money than you know what to do with, and you're just trying to get the cars you need out of it. That is the only reason that I can come up with to do it, is to basically complete the entire collection. Um, but at that point, you're you're going after very specific cars, and then you're just basically throwing money in just to complete the game. Um, so and you're not going to really be selling those cars over here, so that's cool. Speed racer car, but and then this is a speed racer car, like that should be. And this car here, these should be the elites of this series. Like those should be the iconic like type cars, like and we haven't even seen the real high end ones yet. Um, because when you think of Matchbox cars, Bone Shaker, is obviously a massive car, right? That's known by pretty much everybody. Mach 5, you get like basically, and it's not really the Mach 5 car, but it's a shape like it, right? And then you have like this guy, which is a turbine jet zombie car, and that one's considered, a higher end car. I laugh at some of these things, especially when they start making false or the only thing that makes this thing more than this one is because they made less of these. That is literally it. But yeah, so we haven't even really seen one good car out of this box yet. And then that's what I'm seeing is that, like, if I go, so I still have $1,100, so we'll open all these boxes, and then we'll see, um, because I got three of these boxes, we got one of the basic boxes, and we'll open all of those real quick. And like I said, I do a lot of this for science and to get kind of the feel of how it feels. And it's hard to describe. I don't write down numbers. Like, I'm not sitting here with a spreadsheet and trying to, well, this one I opened and it gave me exactly this much money. It's just a question of whether or not it feels like I got it. And all the little cars, I don't care about them. Like $5 here, $2 here, I don't care. And granted, like, these are about twice as what you're getting out of the little cars, but still, when I go make my collector car boxes in a minute, I'm losing money on these now because these are now being dumped into the common card boxes. If I have too many of them, they're going to be dumped in there, and those common card boxes they don't go up in price because I put more stuff in there. They just and then, oh, the other thing that we need to do is be able to open a box on the ground. If I have a box on the ground, I shouldn't have to pick it up to open it. Um, it's just having to pick it up just to turn the box over or pick it up to open the box, put it back down. There's no reason for that. Like, I should be able um, to do something with it. Just set it on the ground, open it, move on with my life. And then I think these things, like even the common cars, I don't even know if you can even place them on the displays. I know I was having trouble with it the other day. Yep, so you got a little bit off the freaking thing. But like I said, now there's a blue. I don't think we've seen a single um orange. There's a purple finally. We got a couple of purples, so that was. But you got to remember, we paid freaking like $1,300 for these boxes, $1,200 for these boxes. And then we're gonna sit here and open them, and I don't know. Like I said, it's risk versus reward, right? That's the ultimate thing here, is that I need to be able to, if I want to pay $1,300 for that box, like, there should be 15, $1,800 cars in it. Um, and the possibility of pulling it, because that's the whole point of opening them, is to get the possibility of trying to do stuff. And if you guys don't want to watch me opening the things, sorry. Just, I'm trying to do it for science, and the best way to do that is to have it recorded, and that way we can go back and look, and that way, it's just it's the same reason me pulling the entire box out of the thing across the street, right? Like, you get to a point where you're like, "Ah, okay, this is not worth my time anymore." And honestly, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pulling cars out of it, and I'm just gonna pull cars until I get all of the collector boxes or collector cards out of it. And then once I get those, I'm gonna be done with that thing because I'm losing money in it. Now, it may be one of those things that if I pump frickin', oh, a pink one finally. So that's 282. So we've got like two 282 or two $300 cards out of this box. That pays for half the box. And we're over halfway into it. And that's like, it doesn't feel like you're making progress. And then when I'm trying to keep, unless I am, and I can go in and just sell all the high dollar cards off I have. But obviously I don't want to do that. And the whole point of this is to try to get up into the highest end tier so that I do have, Okay, so I get three $300 cars out of it now. But it seems like as you go further into it, as you open more and more of them, they seem to get better. It's like the memory. It's like, oh, you keep opening these. Okay, well here I'm gonna give you a little bit of boost. I don't know if it's a pity timer or what's going on in the background. Like, obviously, I'm not going to go rip the game apart and go look in the numbers and see how all the stuff in the background works because I'm not worried about it. Just gonna sit here and keep clicking the buttons open until we have all the ones that we need. All right, we get this. Come on, we're almost done here. But yeah, so see, but nothing good. They're just all commons. There's one pink one, 282 again. So the box pretty much paid for itself at this point. We have a little bit of profit, but not nearly as much as some of the other boxes have provided for us. I've gotten really lucky on some of the lower end boxes and got really good draws out of them. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right? I can't do anything to it. I can't open it. I can't, nothing works. So I have to pick it up, open it, and then place it back down, and then pick up and pull the things out of it. I should be able to hit R, um, right click on the box, something, and then open it on the ground. And then most of the cars are like $4 or $5, and then you get a six one. The blue one is $6. Like, okay. Oh, finally an orange one. That's new. And the funny part is we already have that one. We got it out of the vending machine across the street. So now and as you see, like it seems like almost as you open more and more of them in a row, it seems like they start to give you more numbers. Like it's like as you open more boxes, you get better draws out of them. And it's just like I said, it's just a feeling. It's just maybe it's just the way my luck is. Like it's hard to say. I'm trying to put reasoning uh, into a process that may not have reasoning involved in it. Um, that's what humans do, trying to justify my existence or trying to I'm really trying to build a hypothesis about how it works and try to figure out what the best cars to open are and where the numbers, is it worth rolling open the big boxes? Is it worth opening the small boxes? Now I'll say like in a previous game when we played a trading card simulator, um, as you moved up in that, it was without a doubt. It was like, no, buy the better boxes. It was because as you started getting the higher boxes, you got the the highs in those were so much higher that it just started basically getting game breaking almost. And it's possible maybe I open one car in here and it's worth ridiculous amounts of money. I could open one out of here and it's worth four boxes, and I get one every five boxes or something. And and if that happens, then yeah, it would be worth it. But the problem is I don't know until I actually open them because I can't see the prices on the cars until I open them. So we're back to opening and moving along with our life. Come on. It's so slow. I'm just clicking as fast as I can. And literally, that's all I've been doing for the last probably day and a half is just opening cars, trying to get more money. And I was opening the high end cars, and it didn't seem like I was making a lot of advancement. And then as soon as I went back to the first level cars, I started making progress. Like I could tell, like with the opening the blue boxes, I would get maybe an extra box every uh like 2 days between keeping the store stocked. I would slowly just gather, maybe an extra box like every 2 days. Whereas the black boxes, the beginner boxes, I would literally get an extra box or two like almost a day. Like I was opening so many more boxes that I was able to just keep the car stocked on the shelves a lot faster, and I would have a whole lot more of the high-end cars so that it would I could sell them faster. And I had good cars to put on the shelf, and I wasn't dipping into like the 40, $50 range. I was hanging out at the, over $100 for a lot longer. But yeah, so like opening three boxes, we got one orange out of it. Um, yep, one orange, couple of purples, right? And then so now I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go back to the wholesaler. I'm gonna go back to this guy. I'm gonna open one of those, right? We'll go ahead and open that guy. Throw it out. Hit me with it. All right, pick it up. Open it. Put it back down. Right? And then we're gonna open this box, right? So I think we had the one car that was like $600, and it's hard. It could be a placebo, right? It may be that because I'm opening so many boxes that I'm remembering the good parts of it, right? I'm not remembering all the bad parts of opening one box that had four of the exact same car in it. And I've got that achievement. There's also an achievement for opening a box and getting all five of them the same. So that one didn't do anything. And really, it is a game of numbers, right? So that's $104. And it's the more you open, the more you can kind of uh, find that averages, right? Because we're trying to find the curve. We're trying to find the averages of something, not like I can't. So there, we already got orange. So that was that one car we got in the other box. We've already opened one of them in here, and so the problem is that big box that was half of that box that paid for this box. So that one orange car in here, paid for the entire entry level or beginner box, whereas that one orange and out of three boxes paid for half of one box. And that's what I'm talking about with the how much risk versus reward we have dealing with the different boxes. You get almost punished for moving up. And the whole point of the game is to, especially if I'm spending $1,800 to be able to put four or five cars out, I need to have a lot more money coming in, because obviously the building expansions and stuff like that inside, there's $249. That was just a low one, right? So we've over we've already 150% of the box, and we don't even have half the box. We just opened half the box. Um, so looking at it right now, I honestly thinking that uh like I'm gonna, you know, in my spare time, I'm gonna keep opening the black boxes, because they seem to give me a better chance at improving my money. Now it's possible with the super boxes or whatever the hell, the speed boxes or whatever they're called. Um, it may be that once I actually get those open, and get enough of them, I might start getting better numbers out of it. There's another $100. Um, but it's hard to say until like it's apple versus apples, right? And without me sitting here trying to literally sit down and go through every single one and look at the numbers and trying to figure it out, it's hard to justify it. And then, like I said, it may be apples versus oranges right now because of the amount of the lower end boxes that I've opened. I may be getting a better pity timer. I may be getting, it may be pushing me higher to get higher cars out of it, because it wants me to make sure I'm getting stuff out of it. But I've actually gotten like, I think there's one box I got like two or three oranges out of. Um, and then I've sold several of the really, I'm off the thing. the high end cars, and most of those have come from this low end box. And it just seems ultimately to get more money from it. Of course, it's not going to give me another orange one because they'll make it they'll make it rude. So yeah, so we're about 150% of the price of this one. I think so these I got about 150% of the price of the box. Whereas these guys over here, I was it seemed like I'm struggling to break even on 3 boxes. So uh I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep going. We'll keep doing it some more. Next time hopefully we'll come back. We're gonna get the I'll end up having some more of these things bought. I want to finish this collection out, and that way it will give me a little bit better numbers, and then hopefully we'll have enough money to unlock the Champion Series. With that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and then we will catch y'all next time. As always, if you have a question, comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. If you have a like for the videos and you want to see more of these, please consider throwing a like on it. And if you are not subscribed and you'd like to be, there's a button for that too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.